like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
20.
Here's Newton now on second down. Escapes the sack. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15 and a first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Wilson on second down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. And he's got that one complete to Darbo. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now the former Notre Damer, This is C.J. Procise down to the 25. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now a run with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost
kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This will be taken very short. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
To throw on second down is Newton. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the gun, here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Now Wilson on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Play action. Now Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. A give. This is Cook. Room here to run. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Cook. And some room to roam now. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by him and setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. The shotgun snap for Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And Dixon has it. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the gun, it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
In and out, come on, tempo.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And the Panthers coming out now. Spot in the field with the clock where it's at. You think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. An update from down in Tampa. And that one for the 49ers, now a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They run again on first down. Cook able to escape and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tempo.
Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State is Rashad Penny. And down to the 36-yard line here. Just what you want on a first-down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it again with Penny. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On first down, Wilson. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A second down carry for Procise. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give them.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Cliff Averill, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive with Cook. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On second down, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, Procise. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they run. Again, it's Procise. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They pitch it out to Cook. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now Sebastian Janikowski on from a long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Seahawks send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I don't think what we just saw there was any surprise, because when Christian McCaffrey came out of Stanford, we knew he was a threat running it and catching it. And any way he can get the ball in his hands, he wanted to do so. Personally, I thought he ran the best routes of anyone coming out of his draft class, and that included the wide receivers.
Last year, 80 receptions, also in the return game. He's a bit of a Swiss Army knife, isn't he?
He certainly is. Every which way you want to go, however you want to package it, I do think his running production will increase in 2018.
And Olsen over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game, as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Newton on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
20.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Newton to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. To throw again. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Operating from the gun. Newton. And he's going to go down again. Robert Ayers in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the pressure gets to him again. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's brought down. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Come on, let's go.
On second down, here's Penny. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.